Hello, guys. Welcome back to Kingston Bridge. How we doing? Hope you're well. Big up every single one of you that's seen it tomorrow. Tomorrow's presser is going to be nuts. Obviously, these questions are going to be asked for sure. Guys, when you look at us right now, are we on a big screen or on a small screen? Can you explain? Because this is why we've been delayed right now. It's been a real pain in the arse to work out why our screens are so small. Oh, for fuck's sake. Spelt Mareca wrong, didn't I, as well? Oh, mate, it's just one of them streams. How are we all, guys? It's vertical. So is it very short? Like, I need to have a look at my phone. Can someone have a look on their phone? I don't know. I ain't got my phone. It's charging.
Take a screenshot, mate.
Just how does it look?
It just looks
like what we're looking at now.
Like an Instagram reel.
Why is it doing that, man? For fuck's sake, man. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know how to fucking change it. We've got 20 people, nearly 30 people here. Sorry, guys, but like, StreamYard just decided to do things without telling people, without actually updating us what they're doing. So now I don't know how to change it. And now it's just really wound me up. Things like this really wind me up. I'm trying to work out how to make it bigger again. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. How are we all, guys? Good to see you. Sorry about the layout right now. I don't know what they've done. I generally don't know what they've done. Like, we're trying to work a way to try and make it better so that all you people can see us. But at this moment in time, that's all we can do. But we're going to talk about the Mareca news now. That was the whole point. But without all this bullshit that StreamYard have decided to do, just made it complicated because I don't know why. Gemzinio, Dreamer, how are you? Stephen, good to see you. I'm leaving with Mareca as well. Do us a favor then, innit? Do you know what I mean? Fuck it up. Why is your comment up there? Why are the comments at the top? I can't even fucking see it. Oh my god. Honestly, I swear down. Check out my phone too. It's the mobile setup. Yeah, but I know it's the mobile setup, but I don't know how to make it maximize. Just gets rid of matte. I don't want it to do that. Visual effects. I don't know what to do, guys. I generally don't know what to do. All I know is that this is pissing me off. Gem Bomber. Yeah, lovely. I'd love to do it right now, but I don't know what it's done. Yes, Matt Pies, what are you doing? What are you saying? I don't know why it's so small. I don't know how to make it bigger. I've been trying to work it out with Matt. If I share a screen right now, how does it look? Let's have a quick look. I can't even see that. Unless I make it bigger. Like, what have they done to this, man? Like, honestly, brown envelopes are fucking stopping the stream right now. Zoom in? No, the screen is too small. I don't know why they've made it too small. I can zoom in, but like, it doesn't matter. I can't see the fucking screen. Visual. There's no setting as well. They don't even told us anything. Not sent us an email. Not told us that we changed it. Do you know what I mean? I want to sit here and talk to you guys about fucking Mareca. Can you even see the message? I need to get my phone. Fuck's sake. Get any stream in it. Straight up. Winding me up. Things like this really get under my skin. Like, you can see it, but then, like, why can't we see it? Why has it done that? You know what I mean? They can see the screen, Matt. Yeah?
Yeah,
But we can't see the screen. We can't see the screen. That's the problem.
Weird.
I can't see the screen. So anyway, we're gonna have to improvise right now with this all until we work this shit out. Image. Let's bring it up. Get the likes up, guys, please. I'd appreciate it. That's the first thing, as always. Please make sure. I can't restart the show. It will just get ended. Obviously, we weren't going to do a show today. We were going to do a show tomorrow for the preview, but I thought, let's get on with this news. And the news is Enzo Mareca high among candidates, Man City, considering in case Pep Guardiola just exits next summer. Man City advancing contingency work for possibility of manager change. 45-year-old coach prominent alongside other potential changes or options, should I say. What we saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good look. I think with everything else which has just come out as well, especially in the week. I think it's, if you're hearing this news now, I think it's quite inevitable, to be fair. I think you would easily go back there, get back to more. He's been at that club for a lot longer than Chelsea. I think it's a good fit as well. But I see it as quite inevitable. But I think it could get very messy. If it does go through, it will reflect very, very badly on the board, I think, which it already has already, but I think it's not good.
You feel it's actually going to happen, Matt? Is that something? Because it sounds like you're saying, yeah, it's going to happen. Like,
I think it's gonna. I think it seems quite feasible for it to happen with the history with Mareca and the club, especially the styles of play as well. It's leaning towards probably that. I think, like Daly said, that it's Pep's last season as well. I just think as well with the fact that what's happened this week and all the briefs which are starting to come out with who we're looking for, I don't think those briefs necessarily would just come out after just one single outburst of him saying that he's had a tough 48 hours or whatever it is. To me, that means that they've been planning for a while. And I know they're saying that, we're going to wait to review in the summer. I think I saw someone on Twitter saying if he wants to go, I think we need to kind of, not cut our losses, but it's just really, I don't think it's a good look with what's happened in the week to then this coming out. Personally, I think there's a lot more's happened in the background than we're being led on to. I think whether the relationship is really fractured now. But
Dill says, I think he's telling our board, you back me or I will leave. The board will need to come out and brief that they back him. If he doesn't go City, he will go somewhere else, is what Louis says as well. Big up, Louis. Everyone that's sitting right now, big up, guys. I know we've had a bit of technical issues and we're still having that at the moment. I'm hoping tomorrow things will be sorted for the match preview. We've all got the match preview against Newcastle. Make sure you're around for that as well. That'll be good. Louis says, I agree the board need to back him now with players he wants or he's leaving, and that means he will leave, I think. Well, let me ask you this. How important is Mareca to what we do? How important is he? Like, do we need to have Enzo Mareca for the foretelling future? Would you worry if he went to Man City? Do you think he would get the best out of the likes of Man City's squad right now? How do you overall feel about the potentials that, not that he's going to go, but potentially that he's being sort of linked to a move to Man City? Can't wait for our manager cycle to start all over again, is what Toby says.
Yeah.
Pretty important, to be honest. We can't have 4 managers in 4 years. I'm on the same wavelength as Louis, I'll be honest with you. I don't like the idea that Man City are hovering over Maresca. They've looked at him as a young Pep and think this guy could be the one for the future. We should be opening our eyes and realizing that we need to probably back the manager and give him what he needs in many ways. Yes, he's still learning as he goes along and his rotation isn't the greatest, but in terms of what it means for Chelsea moving forward and potentially continuously winning trophies, which is the most important thing, I think getting rid of him now makes no sense. I don't know about you, Matt, but
I agree. I think the core elements are there, that he's performing very well, and I think more than what he's got issues with how he performs. I think a lot of the issues where we've not had great results is more personnel issues, not necessarily tactical issues. Because I think he's executed a lot of games, especially last year, where we should have won, but due to not converting goals or not creating enough chances because of the quality we've got, that's why we didn't do as well last year. This year, it's down to injuries. He's wanting players, didn't get the players in, and then he's having to play with what he's got. Then he has to rotate. They're not as good. He had the likes of Tosin and stuff making all these errors. I think there's so many core elements there for him to go to City and be very successful, and I'd be very, very worried if that's the case. I think from a commercial point for ourselves, I think as a franchise, as what we are, I think it's a terrible look for Chelsea if he goes elsewhere, especially City, which, let's be honest, at the moment, out the two is a bigger club performance-wise at the moment. Imagine if he does better there. It just looks really bad on the club. And I think, like Louis said and what you said, be 4 managers in 4 years. That's terrible. And really, we're only going to go lower down from there, I think, in terms of who we can go for. And I'm very worried with who we'd be linked with.
Isn't he contracted until 2030? Yeah, I think they're all sort of locked into his contract. But what stops a team like Man City from spending the money, right? That's the way I look at it. Do you know what I mean? Just to get him out of contract. If Mareca leaves due to the board not backing him, then he needs to leave with a Conte. Is what Toby says. I'm assuming he means finish this season with winning trophies and then leave, sort of thing. Maybe a major Champions League. If we can, or something.
I think they've already made their decision that he's not in next year. I really do. You don't have the briefs coming out already that we're looking at the likes of Glasner and stuff like that. Like, to me, I think the decision's already been made that he's not going to be here until the end of the season. The thing is, Louis, as well, like, that's inevitable. That's going to happen at some point. That Liam Racine is going to be there at Chelsea. I wouldn't even be watching cricket at the moment, Louis, with how we played in the Ashes. So,
you think Racine will be at Chelsea? Yeah, interesting.
At some point, I think that's what their whole model is. I think they've almost got Strasbourg being the finishing school to then join Chelsea. 100%. It keeps it all tight knit network together. In my opinion,
if he leaves due to the board not backing him, letting him be because him more in control, then he needs to leave with a Conte interview, which we read about just earlier. I find no coincidence this is the day after Simon Jordan said he will never get a job in Chelsea. Massive power play by Maresca. If he's listening to TalkSport, let's be serious. If we sign Liam Rosnar, I'm leaving football and watching cricket, is what Louis says. Ibrahim says, as club captain, Reece needs to do or say something. It can't end like this. I don't think they do, to be quite honest with Ibrahim. That never really happens. Anyone who becomes the Strass manager will be next Chelsea coach, is what Nicholas says. Oh, that's a bit of a weird one, isn't it, really? Who would Chelsea go for next, Matt, is the question. Where would they go?
Well, I think like we mentioned a few days ago, I mean, you would go for, if Egg Barley loves De Zerbi, but I think that's a car crash waiting to happen. They want like a manager who won't talk. He won't last long. Yes, it might be good for, putting a rocket up players' arses and stuff and getting them going, getting them motivated. And the fans might like him for that reason, but it wouldn't ever last. I just don't know where we could go with it. I think, like Louis said, if we go for like a Liam Rossini, I really worry about which direction this club's going in. I think every acquisition we bring in terms of management, it seems to be slightly lower each time. So we had Tuchel at its pinnacle, then we went for Poch, and we're like, okay, it's not as good as Tuchel, but okay, we have to go with it. Then we went for Enzo Maresca, which, to be honest, we were all like, hang on, he's just come from Leicester. Yes, he's exciting. He was from City, but he hasn't had much Premier League pedigree. But he's proved, I think, a lot of us wrong. But I think from there, who'd you go from there? Because I'm telling you, the pool of managers, they will go to. They don't. I don't think they really at the moment see Chelsea as ultimately that attractive, barring the actual stature of the history of the club. Other than that, there's nothing really going for Chelsea currently, in my opinion.
I don't know. I mean, I just think this is a load of bullshit of energy. As usual with Chelsea, there's always energy around managers, players around this period just before a transfer sales. Well, not that it's going to happen in January, we know that, but like, it's like, why are they instigating this news around Maresca being linked to Man City? I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Don't understand it. You know, we're still in all competitions. We're in the semi-final as well. We're in the Champions League still. You know, we're 8 points off number one. We've got Arsenal in the cup game, haven't we, in the semi-finals, 2 legs as well, which is going to be interesting. There's a lot that's going to be happening from now all the way till the summer. And lots can change, right? Because if Mareca gets himself in Champions League football, he wins a trophy potentially or 2 if we're lucky. You know, what will the discussion be then? Well, no, we just need to keep him. You know, he's continuously winning. He won 2 in his first season. He maybe wins 1 in his second season. I don't know, but I just think it's not the right time. You know, to be getting rid of him. Let's make a list of yes man managers. Who are they? Who do you think are the yes man managers? You know, that's what I would. Rossini.
I don't think he. Do you think he can manage the personalities in our club? The big players? I don't think so.
Not really.
No. We've got lots of personality in our club, but I just can't see it. I can see it happening, but it's just, I think it doesn't give us as fans much hope going forward. Imagine what Liam Rossini versus, I don't know, say Pep is there next season or whatever, and Maresca goes elsewhere. David versus Goliath.
Do I think Pep will go? Yes, I think that will happen at some point soon. I think he will. If he wins the title this season, I think he goes. And I think there is a worry that he could potentially leave with Maresca looking at that and going, okay. But there is also Arteta as well, right? Because Arteta will look at this and go, you know, if he doesn't win anything this season of Arsenal, he looks at Man City and he thinks, you know, out of all the seasons I've been at Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool are the ones that still continuously win stuff. They get back, they bring in the players, etc., etc. So it wouldn't shock me if, you know, you know, Arteta's also in the conversations. It doesn't specifically say it's just Maresca. It says, you know, advancing contingency work for a possibility of a manager change. You know, advancing. You know, considering in case of Pep Guardiola exits next summer, MCFC advancing contingency work for a possibility of manager change. Coach prominent alongside other potential options. Of course, they're going to mention fucking Maresca, aren't they? That you'd be stupid not to mention him. Do you know what I mean? Like, you really would. And, you know, if Maresca wins another trophy at Chelsea, you know, and Man City win the league, maybe he thinks that Man City's the next level up just based on players, board, how they deal with things, process, you know, backing the manager, all these things. That might sway it. That generally might sway Enzo Maresca making the decision to potentially
100%.
leave us at the end of the season. I don't want it to be that case, you know. Hey, I managed to get in for a bit. Hey, and what you saying? How are you? Good to see you. Toby's right. Get the assistant City manager, or we get the Brighton manager. The Brighton manager. But this is the problem for me. Go and get the Brighton manager. Go and get the Crystal Palace manager. Go and get the fucking Bournemouth manager. These managers are all of the same esque of what we already had, guys. How are we moving forward? How are we moving forward? The players we got with managers that are in lesser teams doing well there, but not won anything. All right, Glasner's won a fucking FA Cup or whatever, but it's still not to the level, in my opinion. You know, I don't know, Matt.
It's just frustrating. I think, like you said, like we just want a bit of period of time where, like, this is the period of time we don't need noise. Like we need to be like December's such a difficult period for the club historically, anyways. Especially the fixtures we've got coming up. We don't need this external noise coming in, like, and it always seems to happen all the time. And I don't know where the leaks are coming out from or whatever, but it needs to get looked into, because as us fans, like, it just puts us all into questioning, putting us into turmoil. And I think you're absolutely right about like Maresca's kind of next steps as well, right? We don't like to hear this really as Chelsea fans, but really at the moment, how the clubs are structured, you would probably think if you're Maresca, do you know what? I would prefer to go to City, get back to more. I know the club a lot more. Players of better quality. There's more chances of winning bigger accolades. If he wins another trophy here, I think it's a miracle for him. He's done with what he's been given as well. And I think, like you were alluding to there, like we always just seem to go for the same mix of like managers too, where they're mid-tier level. They always seem to do well at their clubs, because if you actually think about the opposition when they play against those clubs, they're going to be more open because the opposition actually feel they got a chance to play and actually win. And then when they come to a club like Chelsea, they then don't know what to do because they're not used to playing against low block teams. And then we're just in the same boat again.
Let me ask you this question. I'll ask the chat the same question as well. Has Mareca been backed? Would you say that he's been backed up to this point? That's what I want to hear in the chat right now. Has Enzo Mareca been backed by the board up to this point? Yes or no? That's what I want to hear right now.
And you're saying no. I mean, that's pretty definitive.
Not a chance. No. So all these signings that Chelsea have made are not players that Mareca wanted. Is that what you guys are saying in chat? Money-wise, yes. Player-wise, no. I'm back with shit players, is what Ray Allen says. Signing him bums like Delat and Garnacho isn't backing him. What if he wanted them, CFC Carl? What if you wanted them? All flips. Yes. Louis says that he has been backed. Louis thinks that Mareca has been backed.
No, I think he's saying that they've been all flops. I think he's saying what Ange, agreeing with Ange.
Oh, okay. Ray Allen says all rubbish players. Name one player Mareca wanted beside Delat. Esteban? You don't think you wanted Hato? You don't think you wanted Sugu? You don't think you wanted Santos to come back into the team? You don't think you wanted any of these things? Let's be serious.
Do you think Mareca, I don't know how it works in terms of management, how it works in terms of the relationships between sporting directors. Do you think he gets given like a list of all these names and he can go, right, we want to go for these sort of players. Would you be happy if we went for them? Or do you think the sporting directors go, we've got this player, fit it in your team?
I think there's a mixture of both. I think there's question marks around the manager and what he wants. All right, tell us what you want and we'll have a look and see, if it's amicable, if it works. Then I think there's, by the way, we've just looked in our databases and based on your system and style, we believe that this one, and this one is a good fit to your type of style. And we believe that, you can integrate him into the team and make it work. I think there's a bit of a balance. I think there's the flip side of Win Stanley and Lawrence Stewart sitting there going, this is what we think is good enough for the club. And I also think there's a flip side of it where you look at it and you go, right, Mareca, tell us what you want for this summer and we'll see whether it's something we can do or we can try and attempt. We'll speak to the agents. We'll try and find a way to try and have that discussion. I think there's a bit of both, in my opinion. Yes, run up the likes, people. We should be on 50 likes. We've got 50 people here as we currently speak right now, even with the shit deficiencies that we got. Trust me, boy, guys, we've got the intros. Matt's made so many things to include under the Kings of the Bridge. It's going to be very special. We did it already.
It won't look like this. Don't worry. I don't know what's happening.
It won't look like this. Yeah, fuck's sake. This is all changing, guys. Make sure you become members as well, guys. We've got 10 members currently. Can we get ourselves to 20 members? Is anyone in here not a member of Kings of the Bridge? $3.99 to join us. You get discounts in all of your merch options. When we deliver merch out, you're going to have discounts. You've got perks. You know, everything you say will be highlighted in the chat.
And that will be coming next year.
Gitinho in the chat. He says, Mareca's literally come out and said he spoke to a few of the players before them coming. So he's saying he feels like they're bin backs.
But do you think that's he's speaking to players once they've been acquired? It's so difficult to know, isn't it, really? And I think, because then I think if you knew the answer, and I think that would really help with the argument of the quality, which is he just playing with what he's just been given, or is he a part of that decision making too? So
I don't know. The manager is the only positive in the management side of the club. The rest are hopeless, is what Ray Allen says. That's too expensive. Make it $1.
Make it $5.
After all your shitty comments, you owe me $3.99 anyway. The SDs probs told him to speak to them. We have briefed 100 times that SDs recruit players and not the manager. Have we? Have we been told that, Louis? Is that fully been confirmed in the papers? In where is my thing? Pull of the background check for players to see how they work with the manager. Why is it when we go in for a manager, they instantly want the Chelsea job? Tell me. You tell me. Why do they instantly want the Chelsea job? Why? What? Because they've got control? They've got control over over the players coming in. I can't imagine any manager sitting there going, "Oh, I'll come to Chelsea." What? You're just going to give me players and I've got to make it work? It doesn't matter who they are. Okay, no problem. I'll come in. Mareca don't look like that to me. Mareca does not look like a manager who sat there and went, "I'll do what you say. Just give me players. No problem. It'll make it happen." I don't know about you, Matt. I just don't see it.
I think my theory is I think sporting directors have had a history of over-promising and under-delivering massively. I mean, to acquire some of these players too, I mean, you had the fiasco of a few players even last year who joined the club and then they went on loan in January. To me, that says, oh, you're going to have more of a chance being in our club. I can't remember his name now. Who was a player who then went to Dortmund halfway through the season last year? I forgot his name. He wanted to be a centre back for Portugal. We wanted to play him right back, and then he's gone. He went this year.
Who?
Oh, it's
for Chelsea?
Yeah, I'm so bad at names. Hang on. Renato Vega.
Oh, Renato Vega. He was a left back.
So it's all what a good example of that, right? I mean, I'm only speculating in hypotheticals, but imagine he probably got told, "Oh no, you're going to be kind of right back, but we'll integrate you into centre back as well. We want to get you in the team. We want to get you minutes. Yeah, I know there's Portugal, the World Cup's coming, and all this, and we want to get you in there. That's fine." And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, then they got rid of him in January because he wanted then to play at centre back. You're telling me that all of a sudden, after half a season, he's like, "I want to go." It screams to me that these managers get promised a lot. And I think we all thought after Mareca proved what he did, he probably thought, "You know what, I am going to have more say on transfers. I am going to get more experience coming in." I mean, we had all those briefs coming out, and that's what irritates me, the whole thing about Chelsea as well at the moment. Like, Chelsea seems to be like, when you get those people on Twitter or social media, whatever, where they kind of really like showcase their emotions and explain every part of their life, and you're just like, "Oh, shut the fuck up." Like, just, we don't care. Like, that's what I think Chelsea are. They just love to put briefs out to get likes, to get interactions, and it's painful.
Yeah.
It's really irritating.
We got a comment here saying, "Did you guys see what Matt Law tweeted with tell me, what did the owners expect? He got the hot Italian blood. He was always going to demand more power. Yeah, because him and the manager falling out. We have 2 sporting directors, and we're still so poor in recruitment wise. Where does it get? Who gets the blame? Is my thing. Where does the fingers initially get pointed at? You know, shit. When do the fingers initially get pointed at? That's what I say. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's more on the owners than sporting directors. To be honest, I think the sporting directors are just told what to do. I mean, I don't like both of them anyways. I don't think they're great, but I personally feel that really at the end of the day, they get told what to do. They're getting paid. Their salaries are getting paid by the owners, and I think they just get told what to do. To be fair, I think it's all on the owners.
I think who are you blaming at the ownership? All of them.
I think Egbali. I think it's more the Clear Lake side. I think the signs, like I mentioned in the week, the signs were there when Todd Bowley came in about the direction he wanted to go down. Yes, it probably wasn't executed correctly, but I think we were all in agreement that window when we started bringing those players in, it was quite promising. I know we weren't huge fans of Sterling, but like the likes of when we brought like Koulibaly in, like Aubameyang, there were these experienced players who were proven in their leagues, winners or whatever. And then as soon as Todd Bowley kind of took a step away and these new sporting directors came in, the transfer policy completely changed, and then we started going for the youngsters and investing that way and doing quick wins here or there. And that's what I think the circus started really from that.
Yeah, man. Win Stanley is a cancer in our club, is what Trevor says. Hopefully this plays into our favour and makes this Estes actually back Mareca. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a case of Maresca's kind of forced their hand. Maybe that little argument they had before with the rotation that we've heard about in the news has forced their hand, and now they're like, okay, maybe we need to do a little bit more. Obviously, especially if Man City are looking to move on from Pep Guardiola. I don't know. Honestly, this news, when I saw it, I thought was quite funny more than anything. I really did. I thought it was fucking ridiculous, all of it. But yeah, Egbali will sack 2 sporting directors once he realises he has been scammed by this. Sorry, when he's been scammed by the sporting directors. Interesting.
So Ray Allen, sorry. So do you think it is the sporting directors are the ones who are making the decisions on the acquisitions then, or do you think it's due to the route which Egbali and Clear Lake are telling them to go for? Do you think that the sporting directors are truly believe in that process and going for those caliber of players? That's not me arguing, it's just a question. It'll be interesting to see. Sporting directors fault. Okay. Interesting.
We only signed City Academy, bro. Yeah, guys, remember tomorrow we'll have a match preview to Newcastle, so make sure you're around for that. We'll be talking about the press conference. We're doing all that. Today was just a bit more of a chill stream, nothing crazy. After everything that's going on with the live as well, I'm not going to be here long. I'll be honest with you. If Matt can fucking do it himself, I would not be here. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if Matt can see the end stream button in the top right hand corner. Can you even see it?
I can leave studio. That's all I can do.
What does it say in the top right hand corner?
Hide comments. I haven't got the function to end stream.
There you go. So I'm stuck here. I don't really want to be talking about this, so I'm not going to lie. I just think it's a waste of fucking time right now. I'm annoyed that Ornstein's even brought it out, especially with the timing of December. We've got a lot of football going on. I want to concentrate on the football. I want to concentrate on the matches. I don't really want to be concentrating on this bullshit.
Okay, so that's my question then back to you, Jem. So do you think this article is a bit nonsensical? It's more there.
It's just timing for me.
Links, or do you think
timing? We've got Newcastle and Arsenal next. And we've got Newcastle and Aston Villa, and then Bournemouth, and then we've got Man City. Shock. We've got Man City coming up. Like the timing of this shit being brought out. The timing of this shit being brought out is just ridiculous. I don't get why David Ornstein's even bothered releasing this, and it's annoying that he's actually done that. Based on all of the build-up around Mareca and his comments, obviously, in the press conference about, specifically targeting or moaning about the sporting directors. All this shit, I can't be like, generally, I cannot be asked. Like, I just find it all stupid. He came out and he said he loves the fans. We win against Everton. We win against Cardiff. We've got 2 wins on the back of us. Right now, we should be looking at the Newcastle game tomorrow. But all of a sudden, we're sitting here talking about a stupid, pathetic game. And if you're not in the Discord, make sure you make a comment in the chat now. Are you in the Discord? Yes or no? If you're not, we're going to put the Discord link in the chat. Make sure you get yourselves over, join the Discord, because we're doing lives over there. We done the stream over there of the game. We had the game live in the Discord as well. So make sure you get yourselves in the Discord to join us over there as well, guys.
So Louis, you said, do you think Maresca's agent leaked the story so it gives Maresca more power? I think it's almost done the opposite, to be honest, because I think with how Chelsea's run, they like to be in control. They like to do all these briefs. And if something's been done behind their back, they're not going to be happy with it because they can't be in control of the narrative and what's going on. If it gives him more power, then fantastic. So I think we all want Maresca to have more power. I think it's quite evident that he needs more power. But I think the club at the moment, I think they'll be, if they've not got a good relationship at the moment, this will not help it at all. Because they'll be like, oh, you going behind our back talking City. Not literally like that, but it'll be something along those lines. I'm sure it happens all the time. I think the problem with social media now and the power of social media is that probably all this stuff happened all the time, like 10, 15 years ago. But now, because it's just on social media the whole time, you just can't get away with doing anything.
Yeah. I hear you.
It will give them a more. It will give. I mean, like I said at the start of the stream, I think they've made a decision on him already, personally. And the irony is that once again, a manager is going to prove the model and everything wrong. If he goes to City, I tell you, he'll do really well there.
Yeah.
Yes, run up the likes, everyone, if you can. How many of you are in here at the moment?
Yeah, right. Likes, guys. There's 30 plus people in here still. Make sure you share it out. I know it's very early where you are. Tomorrow we'll be live. I've got a flight on Saturday morning at 8:15 a.m. So I've got to make sure I get to sleep early Friday night. So I'll be in Dubai when the game has just kicked off. So as soon as I land, 15 minutes before the game kicks off, I'll be in Dubai. So I'll try and watch it on my phone. And maybe we can get a stream once I get to my Dubai house and we can do one there. Obviously, the time frame's a lot better as well. It goes back 3-4 hours. So
it helps you out as well, mate. It means you don't have to stay up late.
This right now doesn't help me. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm struggling to even sit here right now doing that. I've got my phone going off and stuff as well. It's very hard for me to do a stream right now. I don't really want to just cut it off. We've done 40 minutes, which is all right. Don't get me wrong, but we need to be,
Can you go on mute, mate?
Huh?
I can carry on for another 20 minutes, mate. If you want to just mute yourself, and I can just drop you a text, say end the stream.
Yeah, can do. All right.
It's easy for you, mate. I can carry on for a bit longer. It's fine.
All right, I'll be back in a minute, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it, Louis? You said it was here. It was quite funny, actually. Yeah. So he's going to go from Delap to Haaland. So yeah, it's a big step up. Going from Timberland boots to actually someone wearing football boots. So it's going to be interesting. Nonny said Enzo to Foden. Well, yeah, Foden is a good player, but they're different players, aren't they? He's still in Thailand. Not sure CFC Carl if he's still doing that. But what do you guys think? Do you think he will be with us at the end of the season? I don't know whether we obviously did a bit of like a small poll about if we think he's going to stay, if he's been backed. But do you think after hearing this today, do you think he is going to go? And if so, if he is to go, who do you think is going to replace him? So Ray Allen, you're saying you hope the manager stays. Do you think he will though? No, yeah. It's funny that, Louis, isn't it? There's not many briefs out about that. Yeah, I think there's going to be like a mutual agreement. You're totally right there, though, Louis. It's funny how briefs come out immediately to, if it's anything about the sporting directors or anything like that. Oh no, they're there's nothing bad about them. They're going to be safe. As soon as it's about a manager who's done very well for us and spoken out a bit, there's been nothing so far. Ibrahim, do you think they're going to? Do you think questions will get asked about that? Do you think? Toby, you're saying if Rossini is going to replace him. I bloody hope not, but I can see it happening as well. You think he leaves at the end of the season? We try and get Xavi. Do you think Xavi would come to Chelsea? I think it'll be a bit too much money to bring someone like him in. Louis, I mean, this is what's so sad, right? We go for Glasner, Iraola, or Liam Rossini. Yeah, those are the three I think. I don't think we'll go for De Zerbi. I know Egbali likes him, but I think it's too much fireworks. Yeah, it'd be interesting if he does answer that, though, Ibrahim. He'll probably say something along the lines of, "Well, you know, I used to be at that club. I respect the club, but I'm at Chelsea." That's what you'll say. Some PR regurgitated, rehearsed answer that'll be. But I think Jem's right with it, though. It's what's difficult is that we don't need this outside noise at the moment. Yeah, he is a firecracker. It'll be good though I think for the team morale. It'll be good. I think certainly when we got games where you've got your likes of Leeds, when we played against Bournemouth, Atalanta, things like that, I think you'll certainly get more of a reaction out of the team than. But yeah, the Chelsea guy, what he said, if Egbali likes him, just sack the sporting directors and change the way we do things. It's not rocket science. And I think that's what's really frustrating about the whole fan base of Chelsea guys. I think we all know that. I think some of the decisions you don't mess with football. Like there's a certain way football goes and a certain way to win. Yes, I believe certain transfer strategies have potentially worked in terms of like the unicorn of bringing Cole Palmer in. But I can't see that happening very often. I think it's very rare that's happened, that we brought someone in so cheap to become a world-class player in the way that he's impacted the team. But I don't think it is going to change. I think the only thing that Clearlake think of is the profits coming into the club. And that's it. They don't care about winning success. There's probably more money coming in from transfer success than trophy success, unfortunately. And that's a sad part of football these days. And I think it's not only Chelsea. I think a lot of clubs are going to follow this model. But I think there's only a handful of clubs now who are striving more for success than actually making success in their bank accounts. And I think that's more a certain market, whether it's your Man Cities, PSGs, things like that. They just think about success and trophies and winning it, not thinking about the bank accounts. Yeah. And the difficulty is next we go to Newcastle, who, let's be honest, Newcastle have had a bit of an up and down season so far in the Premier League, and they'll be well up for that. I can't see us winning that at all. I think we'll lose that game. I'm praying that this, Louis, what have you said here? So I'm praying that this new Liverpool director we hired has more power going forward because he seems to do good at Liverpool job. Well, one thing again, and I'm going to take it slightly away from the management side. What's happened to the shirt sponsor? Has anything happened with that at all? It's all gone really quiet again. I swear we were really close at one point, and now that's gone quiet again. I thought we were going to even get a shirt sponsor just for the end of the season. That's not seemed to materialise. So yes, they might be doing some quick wins on the side to get some youngsters in, flip them for a few million. But the actual reason why they probably got the club as well is because they brought this new the Tottenham architect in, trying to get all this sorted, get the stadium. And I think it's more difficult than they actually thought, because commercially for the club, Chelsea needs to be a lot larger than 45,000. I think we all know that. But that's not going anywhere. That's just completely stalled as well. Because I'm telling you, if any of us were not even at Chelsea level, the football club, or even any level of work, if you were hired to bring commercial assets into the club, whether it's sponsorship or whatever, and in 2 years using a pull of Chelsea to get that and you can't get it, something's not right. What have you said, Toby, here? time to wait for 29-30 season before we get a shirt sponsor. Yeah, and by then I don't even know what sort of level of football we're going to be playing at, because a lot of those players will probably start moving on. So let's play devil's advocate here. Say for instance Mareca was going to go, and we had it out of Rossinia, Glasner, Iraola and De Zerbi. Who would you feel would fit the club best? Ibrahim, you said RDZ. Louis is saying De Zerbi as well, football-wise, but that would be a bomb. Yeah. It's really weird that he's got a close relationship with him, though, because it's completely different to what, like, the model wants in a manager. They just want a manager who kind of has the players and just plays what he's got with. But I can imagine, yeah, something could happen with that. But look, I think what we're going to do is, I think Jem is obviously going to be traveling in the next couple of days. But what we're going to try and do is get a match preview in before. Obviously, we're just going to try and sort the StreamYard out, so bear with us. We've got all the assets ready. We've got all the graphics ready. We've just got to start putting it all together. So just bear with us. Obviously, this whole playback thing has been a bit of a nightmare for, I think, all content creators. So we've got everything ready. We've just got to put it all together. But I think what I'm going to do is let Jem end the stream in a minute, and obviously join the Discord. The Discord's really good, a good part of the community for match days as well. We do live watch-alongs. We do half-time and everything like that. So maybe just after the game we have an initial chat, and then we do a proper match reaction afterwards. So join the Discord. I'm not sure if anyone in the chat has it to put it in here. Let me see if I can just before I go. And if you haven't already, please like the video, because it really helps the channel out with the algorithms. Let me try and get this on there. Yeah, so in the week, Toby, I think it was Jem or Con shared their screen on Discord. So they managed, thanks CFC Con. So join the Discord here, guys, if you haven't already. I'm sure a lot of you have, but it's got pretty much all the playback community in there. It's really good. We all kind of seem to share the same stuff in there, which is great. Any updates on Twitter, whether it's from Pies, whether obviously it's from David Ornstein, all kind of the Chelsea accounts as well. It's all in there. And then what we're trying to do now is on match days. If you're not able to watch on TV, there'll be a voice channel, and you'll be able to watch the game there. And then what we do is we do kind of similar to what I think the guys at Chelsea Central did at half time. We do a little kind of chat about how we all felt the game was going, etc. So yeah, it's good to come along. Toby, what did you say? I was there, but we thought it was only laptops or computers, but phones. How do you do it on phones? So I caught up on it on my phone, Toby. So it is on there on Discord. You just download the app on Discord, and you'll be able to see the voice channel there, and you'll see the guys will be in there, and it will have a little screen share icon, and you just go into that channel, and it would be the same as kind of if you ever join any of the other voice chats, that you just go in there and you'll have that screen up and you'll see it the whole time. I mean, I found out how to do it on phones. Oh, okay, fair enough, Toby. I know. Yeah, no, fair enough, Toby. But yeah, so CFC Cole, sorry, has done the Discord. So if you haven't joined, join already. It's a bit more of a short one. Obviously, it was just quite a spare of the moment kind of breaking news, I'd say. But I'm going to leave it back to Jem now to end the stream. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon.